Weather Channel. Wake up with Al Roker and Stephanie Abrams. Weekday mornings at 6 and 10. Now, you're local on the 8s.
And welcome back to Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Nicole Mitchell, and Monday night a busy one for severe weather with at least 10 tornado reports and the upper Midwest being especially vulnerable. It's going to be active the whole week just like it was over the weekend. In fact, take a look at this tornado. It was caught on tape Sunday in Billings, Montana.
Don't move, I'm videotaping it. Holy
You always have to love those reactions by the storm spotters, right? Well, you can just see the tornado throwing debris everywhere. A 12,000-seat arena was one of the many buildings damaged by this storm. And you can also see why you don't want to be out in that, even if you're not necessarily right next to the tornado, because I have seen signposts, for example, impaled with those 2x4s, and it's not a pretty sight. Well, heat and wind, another element that we've had out there, and it's not helping fire crews battle the flames in Flagstaff, Arizona. At this time, a suspect is in custody in connection with starting the Schultz fire. And although the visible smoke has been reduced, the size of the fire has not. It is now more than 8,800 acres large. Well, as we get across this region, weather unfortunately hasn't been as helpful as it could have been. Winds sustained 20 to 25 miles per hour, but gusts were going as high as 35 to 40 miles per hour. Fortunately, we're expecting more of those lighter winds to prevail in the overnight hours. And heat, it is the #1 weather-related killer in the United States, causing more deaths than floods, lightning, tornadoes, and hurricanes combined. And while it might be hot outside, the temperature inside a car, it can be scorching. As Julie Martin shows, it doesn't take long for the thermometer to rise to dangerous levels.
Well, now that summer is here and we are expecting a hot one, it's important to realize just how quickly the heat can sneak up on you and, in fact, become deadly in some cases. So we have an expert in the car who is going to be sweating it out with me. We're going to test this firsthand and see just how quickly the heat will rise inside of a locked car. So I'm here with Dr. Matt Wheatley. He is an ER doctor with Emory University Hospital. And Dr. Wheatley, I mean, we're in this car, what is it, a few seconds, and it's already 97 degrees in here.
Yeah, that's just with a couple couple minutes of the doors being shut, it's gone from like 94 to 97, so very rapid temperature rise.
We're just going to see how hot it gets in here and how well I can handle it in a 15-minute period. You're going to come back and take good care of me, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, doctor, we'll see you in 15.
Okay.
All right, so I've been in the car just a little less than 3 minutes now. The temperature is now 101.5 degrees. We started at around 99. You can see now I'm definitely starting to perspire. Okay, here we are about 7.5 minutes into it, just about halfway, and already we're at 103 degrees in the car. You can see the sweat just dripping off of my leg. Oh, it's hot in here. All right, here we are, 13 minutes, 2 more minutes to go. I really cannot wait. It is so hot in here, and I can just feel the sweat pouring off my body at the moment.
How do we do?
Doing very hot, actually. I'm sweating a lot. Thank you. So cold water.
Cold water, ice packs. So the best thing to do is actually to get you into a cool environment, because what you need to do is to cool yourself off, bring your body temperature down. Some of that happens through sweating, and it can happen with a breeze. Air will help kind of evaporate the heat off of you.
Yeah, that feels awesome. Whew.
It was funny, Paul had seen Julia earlier today, if you heard him mention this, and he said, you know, she looked like she'd had a long day out in the heat, not knowing that she'd been working on this story. If you know Julie, usually she looks impeccable. Not quite like when she came out of the car. As we continue, you know, the car can become an oven very fast. So outside temperature of 90 degrees, as we were seeing just, you know, 10 or 15 minutes, feels like 110 or becomes 110 inside the car. And then you get longer than that. Once again, still at 90 degrees, 20 minutes, you can be as warm as about 120 degrees out there, and then temperatures continue to rocket up from then a half hour, 30 minutes, 124 degrees. This is why it's so important this time of year, even if you're just running in for a quick errand, don't leave the pets or the children inside the car. And if you're ever at risk of forgetting that your child is in the back, I know sometimes couples, you know, trade off who has a child when. Leave something in the back you always pick up. Like women, you can put your purse back there. That way you get in the habit of going in the back and checking just in case. Well, as we continue off, car gets very hot and becomes dangerous as the longer the period it is left outside. And this is how it does so. You know, the sunlight passes through the grass. It's really just like that greenhouse effect out there. And so the long wave radiation is trapped inside, creating that high heat. Here's a look at the forecast for the next couple of days, where we are going to have more heat, all the humidity from the Gulf. That's going to continue to add to the heat index, so making it feel even warmer. And then the rest of the storm track, it is going to move to the north. We'll be right back.
The program was brought to you by Orkin, keeping pests in their place. It's the first day of summer on the Weather Channel. And now, you're local on the 8s.